Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Ask the Expert, hosted by myself, Patty Farmer, and my co-host, Teresa Ream. And we are looking forward to sharing today's expert with you. And we encourage you to not to just listen. We want to make sure that you connect with her. And when you see this video, you just look below in the comments and make sure to ask any questions that you would like to ask the expert, and they'll be sure to answer any questions you have as well. So Teresa, tell everybody a little bit about our guest today.
Thank you, Patty. Today we are going to be talking about the truth behind CBD and what it can do for you with Charli King. Charli is a wife, mom, loves to travel on her motorcycle. Charli also enjoys teaching motorcycle safety and how to ride motorcycles safely. She truly comes to life when she gets a chance to work with her beloved veterans. One of her favorite pastimes is connecting with other women, encouraging them to be their best. What really revs her engine is helping her clients discover the benefits of CBD. Charli knows you have a choice when it comes to your health, and she is there to guide you through the many choices of CBD. Charli knows the advantages of CBD firsthand and wants to make others aware that incorporating CBD I'm sorry, I'm getting all crazy, as part of their daily nutritional health plan will help you as much as it has helped her and her family. So welcome, Charli.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me to be on.
We're excited. We're excited to have you here. I've been waiting, so let's just jump right in.
Sure.
So I know that everybody that's listening has heard something about CBD. Like, I think that it is probably not a secret, right?
Nope.
You know, everybody has heard something. The question is, not everybody has heard the real truth, right? You know, it's one of those things that everybody perceives that they know the truth. So I'm going to give you the opportunity now to set everybody straight, and also to tell us what's the number one thing that differentiates you from everybody else in the CBD industry.
We have quite a few things that differentiate us from other CBDs. And the first thing I want to talk to or tell people is be careful where you buy your CBD. You know, you can find it everywhere, from Walmart to the gas station to the local corner shop, wherever you want to go, there is some kind of CBD there. So please be careful what you're buying, because a lot of them will make you think you're buying CBD, but you're only buying hemp seed oil, which is not bad for you in any means. We use hemp seed oil as our carrier oil. We don't use other oils, but you want to make sure you're getting what you're paying for, correct?
Right.
So a couple things that pull us apart, and I hope you guys are going to be able to see this. I'm going to hold it up. There is that little H. So our company is US Hemp certified. So what does that mean? That means we've been double checked on to make sure that we are doing and providing the best quality product that we can give. We also have that little QR code right there. If you can see that, you can take your phone and scan that little QR code, and it is going to take you right out on the internet, and it is going to tell you everything that is in your bottle.
Wow.
So whatever we say is in here is actually going to be in there, and we can prove it. Where there's a lot of companies out there that you don't have that choice. They don't have those things on there. So ours is unmatched purity. We don't use any extra ingredients. Our natural flavor is two things. It is hemp seed oil as the carrier oil, and the CBD compound. So we use the whole plant. So you get 500 milligrams of CBD. We also have two other levels. We have 500, 750, and 1500. But that's all this is that CBD compound and hemp seed oil. We have a flavoring one. So there's 3 ingredients in our cinnamon and our peppermint. And all that includes is the extract. And we also have a few other flavors. And the sweeter flavors include a little bit of stevia, so you can fully enjoy those other flavors. We have the unmatched purity that I'd already talked about, American seed to sale. All of our products come from the US farms, and are processed in the United States and distributed from Las Vegas. CO2 extraction, that is the cleanest and safest way to extract the compounds in the hemp seed oil from the plant. Our growing conditions are 100% organic. There's no chemical fertilizers, herbicides, pesticides, none of that icky stuff that we don't want. And it is all non-GMO. I told you about how to go to the tests, see what's in the bottle, but you're also going to get our third-party testing. And it's going to give you, I have a hard time saying this word, so bear with me. Gas chematography is going to be one of the forms that you're going to be able to see how your batch comes out. We have a certificate of analysis, and we do antimicrobial and potency on them also. We have a full spectrum and a broad spectrum, and what the difference is is our full spectrum, which is legal in through the United States, has 0.3% THC in it. Most likely will not show on people, but if you're a truck driver, or if you're someone who's going to have that drug test. Yes, we also have broad spectrum. So you get all of the same goodness that you're going to get from a full spectrum, just without the THC in it.
I have to tell you, Charlie, I have never, ever in all my years of being an interviewer had anybody be so prepared for what differentiates them. I mean, like, I am like, wow, usually people are like, well, and maybe they know one thing, but I mean, I'm like, oh, what differentiates you? Well, let me tell you.
It was mesmerizing.
I'm waiting for the Santa Claus list here to be like, I love it. So that is awesome.
Really, I learned so much. It's crazy.
It is.
And I do think it is important too, though, because I think just kind of like vitamins, right? Vitamin C isn't vitamin C isn't vitamin C. Where you source it and get it from, makes a big difference. And I'm very careful about where I get my supplements, right?
Yep.
So I think that maybe people haven't thought about that, about their CBD. And I think it is really important that, that they do think about that. So Teresa, over to you. What's our next question?
Oh man, wow. So what is the question you get asked most often?
Oh, what is the question I get asked most often? I didn't prepare that one.
Oh, you can take it on the fly.
I'm going to. I'm going to say, how about the statement I get asked or I get told most often?
Okay.
I don't need that stuff. I have the other stuff. And my answer to that is it's two different things. Okay. A lot of people don't realize the difference between cannabis and hemp and marijuana and CBD and all the differences. So they think because they are partying over here with Mary Jane, that they're getting everything that Brother Hemp is going to give you. I know. So I like, my analogy is cannabis is the last name. And you got the party sister, Mary Jane, and you got the healthy brother Hemp, right? And so what distinguishes them a lot is Mary Jane is all about the party. So she's very high in THC and very low in CBD. And Brother Hemp is all about the healthy. So he is very high in the CBD and the other compounds and very low in THC.
For not being prepared, that was a really good answer.
Oh, good. Thank you.
It really makes you think. It separates the two so beautifully. I've never heard it explained that way.
Right.
No, me either. And what about pets? I know that with CBD, there's even things we can do with like our pets. Like, my pet, my oldest dog has separation anxiety, and I've heard many times that like CBD can help, your pets and all
Yep.
kinds of stuff like that.
Yep. So we have a 250 milligram bacon flavored for our pets oil. And we also have dog biscuits.
Oh, I'm ordering after the show.
There are some dog biscuits. They're about this big and they're baked, and they're the CBD is baked right into them. I'm going to say one thing about the dog biscuits though, is I had a little guy, he's no longer with me. Couple things with that. The CBD towards the end of his life helped make him very comfortable. It
Yes.
took away a lot of the anxiety. It helped with the aches and pains I think he had towards the end. But the other thing I need to say about that is you have a bigger dog, those CBD biscuits are great. My little guy couldn't chew them. He had lost 7 of his teeth.
Oh,
So
happens.
I would give him
So they're a
when he-
crunchy biscuit, not
they're
a
a
soft
crunchy biscuit.
Oh,
Yep.
Yes.
I would give them to him and he'd carry them around the house in his mouth.
Aw.
Poor
he
guy.
I know, but he could never get them softened up. But if you have a larger dog or a dog that has a good bite,
Has teeth.
you're good to go. Yes. Yes.
Oh, that would be helpful to mine. I have a 17-year-old dog, and she's just kind of coddling her along, and she does get
Yeah.
nervous because she can't see or hear very well. So she gets like kind of crazy about it.
Yes. And it's going to help reduce. That's one of the things that CBD helps with, is helps relax and get rid of the inflammation and the swelling and the different things in the joints. Now, depending on the size of the dog is going to depend on which CBD oil you're going to want to go with. And I have a chart on that. So before you order, Teresa, we can chat afterwards.
Oh,
and we'll get the
great.
exact milligram that you need for
This is so helpful because most of us have pets. We
Yep.
are, and we're getting closer to our pets, working so much from home now that
Yep.
it's just a whole different level of relationship with our pets. It's
It is.
crazy.
It
Well,
is.
thinking about that anxiety, like what was popping into my head while I was listening to that about my dog, I was like, wow, I wonder if it would work for me before I go to the dentist. I have a lot of anxiety when I go to the dentist.
Oh,
Can I-
yes.
So can I tell you what it's done for me?
For going to the dentist?
Well, no, just overall what it's done for me, because your anxiety kind of sparked that response, is I would have been a basket case before this to do this. I mean, I would have absolutely, I went to sleep last night. I probably wouldn't have
To
been
do the
sleeping
interview?
for weeks.
Oh, before your
Yes.
interview?
Yes, because it completely would drive me nuts.
And here you were all prepared, like,
Well, and the thing is I was thinking about it last night. It's like, okay, I'm a little nervous, which I think was a healthy nervous, right?
course.
You got to feel a little bit.
I've
gonna
been a
be
speaker
doing
for
this.
12 years and I still get that every time before I go on a stage or something. I think that's a
Yes.
healthy thing.
Yeah, but it's like, well, you've already done all your practice. You got everything figured out what you want to do. You'll be good to go. And
Okay, so yes, you need
it
to
got
order from
rid of-
Charli before you come on our show.
There you go. That's right. Like, you got that. If you're nervous
Yep.
about being interviewed, yes,
Yep.
this is it. Maybe podcasters and people are people you should be talking to about that right now.
I didn't even think
But,
about that, but that's a good thing.
That's a whole new market.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
So
since
do
I'm
you-
not, oh, I'm sorry, one more thing.
ahead.
Since I don't have that anxiety anymore, it's taken away those racing voices in my head and reduced the stress in my body, in my life. And so I have been able to do more and more things.
That is great because a lot of times we think, oh, we don't want to take it because we'll lose our edge. A lot of us like that edge we have. And so it's good to hear that it won't take away that edge, because I see you doing a lot of things, Charli. You're on it.
I'm trying.
You're
I'm
on
doing
it.
my best.
So Charli, what kind of a project do you got going on? Do you have anything new you're working on or some type of new thing that we can serve and support you?
It's not really a new thing for me, but I would like to invite everybody to a CBD 101 on February 3rd. And I'm going to do it, I believe 4 p.m. Central Time, because I think that might be a good time to get everybody
Mhm.
from coast to coast, since I'm networking all the way across the coast. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of different things. We just kind of tip the iceberg here of the different things that CBD can help you with and work with. So what we'll talk about in that class is, what is CBD? Where does it come from? What's the difference? The different extraction methods, how to know you got the best extraction method, what CBD can help with, how to get and take the best for what you need, because there's all these different things that you can get that are going to help you from CBD, that are going to help you in different ways.
Is
And
there a
so
cost to attend is there a cost to attend it, or
nope,
is
it's
it?
going to be a free class, and there's no commitment, there's no required purchase or
Is it
anything like that.
interactive? Is it on Zoom and it's interactive and questions and talking?
Yep,
That
exactly.
sounds interesting.
Yes, and so I'd like to invite everybody to join me. Just send me a PM over Facebook. That's probably the easiest way to find me. Charli King, and it's Charlie without the E. And then when we get close, I will send the link out to everyone.
Okay, so what date did you say that this is?
Thursday, February 3rd.
Would you have other ones? Because I believe that this interview will not be live by February 3rd.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, but it's prepping them for the next one, though.
But it's prepping them for the next one. Yes.
So
it'll be closer to the end of February. So
okay.
Just say you're going to do it again in March, because that'll be great.
Yes, I will. I will do one.
Yes, and then when we advertise it, be on there. That'd be great.
Once I find out when this is actually going to come out, then I will plan another one, and I'll post it in the comments of this.
But in the meantime, so that we can serve and support you, just go into our Facebook group and you can just share it right there. The invitation there, so you can just go directly there and be able to do that.
Do.
Yes, I will.
Who can we introduce you to that would move the needle and be a game changer for you?
Well, I guess podcasters, from what we were just talking about.
Yes.
It's not necessarily, CBD isn't necessarily for one particular kind of person. CBD can go and help from the child who is having issues concentrating on their homework, to the adults who are having issues with their bones and joints, right? And it's going to help each person differently. What it helps one person with, it's not going to help the other person with, or it might not help that other person with. So CBD is one of those things that you need to check it out for yourself, and you need to try it for yourself, because we are each unique individuals, right?
Yes.
So anybody that might have joint mobility issues, flexibility issues, irritation, swelling, or one of my favorite stories to share is what happened with my husband when he started taking CBD, and that is attitude adjustment. I live in Wisconsin. It's winter. You have to learn to live with the winters, right? The winter before we started CBD, I just wanted to strangle him. I love him, but I wanted to strangle him. And the winter after we started CBD, not once did I hear him complain.
Oh, we're going to start just pouring it in our husband's food.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Charlie. So what
is.
social media platform are you the most active on, and where would you like our audience to connect with you?
So I would say I'm probably the most active on Facebook. I do some on Instagram, and I'm trying to work myself into some TikTok.
Okay.
So I'm trying to, I do a lot on Facebook, because I think that's a lot of well-rounded people that I can reach.
I can see where that would be I think that would be a good fit for you. Yep. Thank you so much, Charlie, for being here with us. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a guest on the show and sharing all this amazing knowledge with us. We appreciate it. And to our audience, thank you for joining us on Ask the Expert. And if you enjoyed today's show, and I'm sure you did, please don't keep us a secret and share us with your network. Believe me when I say your colleagues will thank you. Over to you, Teresa.
Thank you, Patty. And a big thank you to you, Charlie.
Thank you.
We would like to invite you to join us on our Facebook group and connect with our guest and with Patty and I, and to other amazing women that are part of the Professional Women's Network of Monterey Peninsula, known as PWN, and now includes members locally, nationally, and internationally too. Just go over to www.facebook.com/groups/PWN Monterey.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.